Okay, this brief video is to reply to a question that was sent to me. The question is, consciousness can be conscious or unconscious, right? Okay, so the short answer to this question is no, that is incorrect. Consciousness is only conscious. It's only aware, awake, like the sun is always shining, irrespective of whether you perceive the moon shine or you don't, irrespective of whether you're experiencing day or night, the sun is always shining. Similarly, consciousness is never turned off. It's eternal and it's always on, you could say. But actually, it's even beyond the on-off dichotomy. So from the mind, you are asking the question as if consciousness is something that is objective, that is phenomenal, that sometimes comes on, sometimes comes off. But I need to clarify what do I mean by consciousness when I speak of consciousness. When I speak of consciousness, I'm not speaking of being conscious of an object, of being conscious of a perception, or being conscious of a thought, or being conscious of a sensation. By consciousness, I'm referring to the reality that perceives all perceptions. Right now, you are conscious that you're conscious. So right now, consciousness is, it may be aware of itself as I am, and or it may be aware of, I perceive an oak tree. We often confuse consciousness with sentience. We confuse consciousness with a body-mind phenomenal activity. We say, like, when somebody hits me on the head, I lose consciousness. In fact, when somebody knocks you on your head, the body loses some of its functions, its capacity to perceive, maybe, or to think, or to sense. But that relates to the body. It does not relate to consciousness. So consciousness is never unconscious. Because if consciousness was unconscious, what would know that? What would know that consciousness is unconscious? Some consciousness has to be available there to witness the unconscious state, which would be an oxymoron. You cannot be simultaneously conscious and unconscious. So the important thing to understand about consciousness is, when you apply the term consciousness to relate to the body-mind, you are misusing the term, at least in the way I use it. You're referring to sentience or some functional activities of the body, and you're confusing them with consciousness. So just to, in brief, consciousness is the reality that right now perceives this perception. It perceives this perception via an instrument, via a body-mind instrument. But the fact that there is a via body-mind instrument only allows certain particular perceptions, such as phenomenal perception, like perceiving this perception, or perceiving an oak tree, or perceiving a thought, or perceiving a sensation. That is one of the capacities, let's say, of consciousness. But that does not limit consciousness. The fact that consciousness can perceive an oak tree or can perceive this perception via the body-mind instrument does not limit consciousness to the body-mind, because consciousness is also aware of itself. You are aware that you are conscious. And you are not aware that you are conscious because of the body or because of a thought. You're aware that you are conscious directly. That is your direct, unmediated experience. Your knowingness, you know that you are. And often we confuse the knowingness that I am conscious with I know I am conscious because I'm a man or because I'm a woman. So you need to contemplate, how do I know that I am conscious? Do I know that I am conscious via thought? Or do I know that I'm conscious via perception? Or do I know that I am, and I am conscious, I'm aware directly? It's important to come to the clarity that you know that you are conscious, irrespective of world, body, mind events. This knowingness is non-phenomenal. The knowingness that I am is non-phenomenal. It's quite distinct from I am a man or I am a woman, I am a mother or a father. It is pure I am, unmediated by thought. When you come to that direct understanding, you come closer to your non-phenomenal nature. The truth, the reality of consciousness is non-phenomenal. Like the dreamer is not made out of the dreams that he dreams. The dreams are made out of the dreamer, but the dreamer is not made out of the dreams that he dreams. Well, I hope this answers your question.